Hello everyone, welcome to soundproofguide.com. In this video, I'll be talking about the different types of noise that will permanently damage your ears and for how long can you be exposed to them. Now, there's something called the 3 decibel rule in terms of soundproofing, in terms of noise that can basically hurt you long term. And what this 3 decibel rule means is basically devised this formula and they figured out that for every noise levels that are increased by only 3 decibels, the amount of time that you can handle that noise safely with your ears without having any types of ear protection has to be cut in half. So if you just add 3 decibels, if you could handle that noise for 10 minutes, add 3 decibels, now you're down to 5 minutes. And of course, how do you know if you're exposed to that much noise? Well, you can just buy a decibel meter. Usually people that goes this far, it's because of their work area, workplace. And if there's a lot of noise pollution, noise exposure, it's not a bad idea to just buy a decibel meter. Now, the one that I use, you can just find it in the description below. I'll leave a link and you can just buy that one. It's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like $25. They also have apps that you can download on your phone, but those apps are not that great because it just utilizes the microphone of your phone. So it's not that accurate, but it will kind of work, but kind of not. So I would actually, if you're serious to really know what the decibel is, then just buy a decibel meter. They're cheap and at least it works. Now what I'll do in this video, I'll go through different types of sound, different types of noises, and I'll tell you how long your ears can handle that type of sound without getting damaged. Now, just an example, normal breathing is just 10 decibels. Ticking watch is 20 decibels. Now, I'll start at 85 decibels where I'll give you the times because that's when it really becomes dangerous, but I'm just giving you the lower decibel readings just to give you an idea of where it's going. A soft whisper will be up to 30 decibels. The hum of a refrigerator is around 40 decibels. Normal conversations and an air conditioner, 60 decibels. Washing machine, dishwasher, 70 decibels. Traffic, city traffic, now you're into the 80 and 85 decibels. And at 85 decibels, if you have a noise that is constant, you can be around that noise for a full 8 hours and have it not affect your ears. That is without wearing any ear protection. So this is where usually the workplace safety usually comes in and it starts at 85. But if you're exposed to 85 decibels for a full 8 hours, even though it might not really damage your ears in an 8-hour setting, you should still wear hearing protection. As I said, you just jump a few decibels. If you go all the way up to 88 decibels, which is not that far up, you've cut that from 8 hours to 4 hours. Now, this is where I've mentioned a decibel meter can become quite important because if this is in a work setting and you suspect that you might be exposed to a lot of noise and nobody's wearing hearing protection and they're saying, oh, well, it's probably, let's say they say it's 85 or less or lower than 80 decibels. It's nice to know that it actually is because just that 3 decibels, just that small amount cuts the time allowable to be able to be exposed to that amount of noise by half. So now, if you're in your workplace and it's 88 decibels, 4 hours, after 4 hours, you will begin to experience some hearing damage. It's not going to happen immediately. You won't notice, but as time progresses, as you become older, it might affect your ears in an undesirable way. Now, what would sound like an 88 decibel type of noise would be a gas-powered lawnmower and leaf blower. Now, a lot of gas-powered lawnmowers, they have different noise level, and actually, if you want a lawnmower that is relatively quiet, where you can actually be talking to somebody right beside and that is as powerful as a gas-powered lawnmower, video right up here, I've basically put it to the test. A gas-powered lawnmower and an electric lawnmower. It's a battery power, it's not the one that you plug in. And the types of batteries that we have today is a lot more powerful than the batteries that we used to have. So you can basically have the same amount of power in a battery-powered lawnmower as a lot of the gas-powered lawnmowers in the market today. And the one that I tried out, battery lasts for approximately 30 to 35 minutes. And when battery is out, it just turns off and you can swap the battery. So if you move up to, let's say, 95 decibels, that is typically what a motorcycle will sound like. That is why you see a lot of cities putting bylaws on noise level that a lot of motorcycles will create. And at 95 decibels, you have about an hour, but some people say after 50 minutes, it's becoming a lot dangerous. So around 50 minutes to an hour, that's about all you have if you're exposed to it. So that's why a lot of people riding motorcycles should really consider hearing protection. Now, if you move up to just 100 decibels, now you've cut it down to about 30 minutes if you're exposed to 100 decibels. But on the CDC website, it says that hearing loss is possible after 15 to 30 minutes. So it's basically in that window that it can become iffy. And a lot of the noises that is around 100 decibel would be approaching subway train, car horn at 16 feet away, 5 meters. So after just that short amount of time, you're going to start experiencing hearing loss. And if you go up to just 105, 3.7 minutes, hearing loss can occur. And the maximum volume level for personal listening device, a very loud radio, stereos, or television, and loud entertainment venues such as nightclubs, bars, and rock concerts. Now, that's why a lot of people, they say that if you go to a concert, you should wear some type of hearing protection, but who really does that? A lot of people don't. I know for myself, I've never worn hearing protection, but you're usually not right beside the speaker also. But if you've been to concerts and you felt that it was very loud and it was actually starting to hurt your ears, then you have experienced most likely some type of hearing damage that might become worse in the future. So that's something to think about if you're going to a lot of rock concerts, to just wear some type of hearing protection. Kind of takes the fun out of it, but it is what it is. At least you'll save your ears. So now let's go up to 110 decibels. Now you just have about 112 seconds before it really starts to create damage, and that is shouting or barking in your ear. 120 decibels. Now here you only have about 7 seconds of exposure before it begins to create damage. Now, that would be something like standing beside or near a siren. And if you move all the way up to 140 to 150 decibels, here you have less than 1 second. And that type of noise would be firecrackers, fireworks, and it's that loud bang. If you have a gun go off right beside your ear, you will obviously experience some pain in your ear, but that is a little bit louder than a firecracker. But they say around 140 to 150 decibels is the pain threshold of the human ear, and that's when you will actually experience pain when that sound is emitted. And not only will you experience pain, you will begin to experience hearing loss. So try to avoid those types of noise that would last more than or less than 1 second, or try to be a little bit farther away from the source of the noise. Now, if you're looking for types of hearing protection, I'll have links in the description below of a couple of different types so you can have a few choices of what to get. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And of course, hit the like and subscribe. And also all of those things sends social signals to the Google and YouTube algorithms. So it's not only great for feedback, it's also great for pushing my content out there. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider doing that. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time. Feel free to take a look at many of our other YouTube videos and also some of our articles on our website, soundproofguide.com. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also consider subscribing to our channel if you like our content.